Hey guys, welcome back. We've had a very productive week, and we're really excited to show you some of the leaps we've made.
I finally made some heavy progress on completing new armor sets, including the Empire Soldier armor and full iron plate. It is extremely important to us that each art faction has its own look and the quality of armor is reflected visually, since you will be able to swap out armor sets in the game. If you see this huge mass covered in armor lumbering towards you, then you can probably assume that he's going to be tough to take down.
Building destruction is in. Now when buildings accumulate a sufficient fire, the structure will begin taking damage proportionally to the amount of sections ablaze. When the structure's health reaches zero, the building will collapse in a fantastic fashion, leaving only the ruined remains behind. In addition to this, units will now consistently take damage when standing inside buildings that are completely engulfed in flame. Units will also avoid the burning interiors when pathing as to prevent mishaps.
As Joe mentioned, my work on rune buildings is going to continue until we have a completed sister rune variant for every structure. We felt that a traveling player coming across a rune base of a former friend would be much more interesting for role-playing as well as immersion, as opposed to just completely removing destroyed buildings.
On top of putting work into building destruction, I also took the time to round out the way placing structures works as much as possible. A big problem before was the lack of proper feedback for placing a new structure. Now collision is being tested in the construction ghost in a way that much more accurately predicts whether or not you can place a new building. Now while I was doing all this, I also decided to put some love into the actual structure foundations too. Beforehand, the foundations sat lifelessly. They didn't have much feedback for progress, and mousing over them didn't really make them feel like a player-placed object. To improve this, I created a bunch of new effects. It ranges from a new progress bar overhead to the building showing a shadow of its completed form when moused over. Finally, I've been taking a look over how I register what is interactable or not when in RTS mode. Originally, the game traced in a pretty generic way for an actor. However, now I added a unique trace channel just for interactable objects in the world. This has fixed a lot of bugs, especially with buildings having some annoying input overlaps. That's good. The game is starting to feel a lot better to play as a result of all this, and I'm pretty happy with how the RTS elements are coming along.
Next week, I will be continuing work on the new armor sets, but focusing mostly on rebel units. Although we have shown concepts, we haven't really had them in the game just yet. I'm really excited to be able to finally show you guys how the Rebel faction's art style is going to be fleshed out.
As for me, I'm going to continue work on the path for the structure revamp. We're getting pretty close to an acceptable state on structures, so I'm going to continue with polishing and providing proper feedback in the UI. Other things getting done might include structure remnant removal, pathing improvements, and interior displays when in RTS mode. Thanks guys, we'll see you again next week.
Thank you.